All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Central Valley Business here on CentralValleyTalk.com. I'm Mike Scott. We're going to begin this afternoon talking about real estate, and I have my little phone out because Eddie Mendez and I were just talking before we went on. Eddie's from Smith & Maderas Real Estate in Tulare. Eddie, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, I'm glad you came in because great news today about real estate. I was just sharing with you from USA Today. Existing home sales surge. Prices hit a record. That's the big headline today. Good times in the real estate market.
It is, but not for our Central Valley.
Oh, really?
It'd be nice
hasn't trickled here yet?
like that. Well, it hasn't, not quite that much as it has in other parts of the country.
So we're lagging behind.
Yes, and a lot of it's kind of due to our drought and economy situation out here in the valley.
Yeah.
So it's not as it may be in other parts of the U.S.
So Tulare is doing okay, but
Tulare, Visalia, the valley, it's doing well. It's still going up. The valleys are still going on up there, and of course, interest rates starting to creep up too.
What are they today? Any idea?
I would say probably in about 4 to 4.25 somewhere.
For a 30-year fixed?
Yeah, exactly.
Are a lot of people still going with the 15s if they can afford it?
Yes, they are. I see more and more people going to the 15s.
It'd be a nice thought of having your house paid off in 15 years.
Yes, it would be.
Of course, you have to put more up front, right, and have a bigger monthly payment.
Yeah, it is. But most people, I see more requests for that. People wanting to do that. They're putting a little bit more away to prepare themselves for that.
Right. How much do you need as an average down payment now? Is it 5%, 10%? What are
Well,
banks demanding?
FHA, which I see a lot of the loans that are being done still in the FHA, and they still can come in with 3.5%.
That's pretty low.
That's very low.
Very affordable.
And the sellers can contribute up to another 3 or 4%, help them down with their closing costs and so forth.
Yeah.
So a lot of deals are put that way together, and that helps the buyers get into their new home.
Okay. So what areas do you specialize in, Eddie?
Well, generally a residential. I do a little commercial every once in a while, but I mostly try to stick with residential and more towards of a buyer's agent. I do have a few listings, but I don't know. I seem to attract more buyers for some reason or another. So,
Well, since sales are going up right now, prices going up, you'd like to get some
yes,
sellers.
Exactly. I do have a number of sellers, and almost anything you put a sign on it right now, if it's priced right, it'll sell.
Yeah.
And I know
Multiple offers come in?
Multiple offers. You see a lot of multiple offers nowadays, especially with some of the REOs that are starting to pop up. They generally price them, low, so they can get multiple offers. And
not everybody knows what REOs are.
REOs is basically a bank-owned property that's been foreclosed on, and a lot of times because it's an REO or a bank foreclosed property, people think that they are going to get a great deal on them, but a lot of times you go into a bidding war type of thing, and generally those are sold as is. So a lot of times, they won't do any repairs if they need repairs, and a lot of times they you can get them already repaired because sometimes the banks will go in there and repair them and sell them. They're ready to go.
Now, can't you get a loan on top of your mortgage to fix up a foreclosure?
Yes, you can. That's what they call like a 203K type of loan, where you buy a property for $100,000 and it needs $20,000 of repairs. You get a $120,000 or $125,000 loan, and you get your repairs all.
So it's not $100,000 first and a $25,000 second. It's all rolled into the first.
It's all rolled into the first. It's really nice, and it's again you can go in for probably as low as about probably 4% down on something like that, and still the seller can contribute to closing costs, and you can still get the interest is a little bit higher, but still it's a great loan for somebody that wants to buy an older home that needs like windows and things like that, upgrades, maybe an AC, things like that, That's great.
I always say you have to pay for a place to live. Would you rather pay somebody else or pay yourself? If you own your home, you're paying yourself.
Well, yeah, you do. You pay yourself. But on those type of loans, a lot of people think they can go in there and do the sweat equity type of thing. Generally, they don't allow that. Generally, they want a professional to come in and fix it right, They want a contractor to go in there and fix everything like it should be, so that people don't have to be, working on the house, all the time and having the extra expenses. They want you to get in the house, move in ready.
Sure, sure.
So,
How'd you get into this field, Eddie?
it's funny because I used to do, I did insurance, had a farmer's insurance agency in Strathmore back a million years ago, and I did that for a while. And friends of mine that were in the real estate always said, you should get into the real estate and try it. I thought, I'll try it one of these days, and I thought I'd get into it, and I've been in it 23 years now.
Wow.
And it's gone like that, and it's amazing that you see a lot of these, because most of my customers are repeat customers from the old, families that I've helped in the past, and their kids now are buying homes, and even my grandkids are buying homes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember when you were that size, So, it goes fast.
Yeah, yeah. So where are you located in Tulare?
I'm located there in the Tower District in Tulare.
Wait a minute, Tulare has a tower district?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you
we're
know that,
good
Billy?
times, yeah.
News to me.
Yeah, right downtown Tulare, yeah.
It's called the Tower District.
Tower District has got a big old clock, and it's a beautiful little area there. Yeah.
Huh. Is it like our Tower District here in Fresno?
Pretty similar. They have the vending. The vendors come out and they have their little
Like a farmer's
like
market?
a little farmers market there on Thursdays and Tuesdays, I think, and
Huh.
they have a lot of stuff going down there all the time. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
That's some of you guys gotta have to come and visit us someday and check
All right.
it out.
Well, when I'm in Tulare, I will go to the Tower District. All right.
bet.
So I'm assuming you're online, website, Facebook?
Yeah, I am online. I have it's www.eddiemendez.com. It's pretty simple to remember, and generally I'll put on there the type of homes that I got coming up, and I do offer sometimes a lease to own or rent to own programs where people that don't have very much credit or no credit or whatever, they need a couple of years to fix their credit, where they can get into a home and then rent it and then purchase it at the end of, a couple of years and
Right.
build their credit up and so
Right.
forth. It works out good. for
Are you
some people.
bilingual, Eddie?
Yes, I am.
Why don't you
Ah.
invite your Spanish-speaking friends to come see you?
Ok, thank you. Por favor, si quieren venirme a darme una vueltecita, vengan aquí a Tulare o a Visalia, háblenme y tírenme una llamada y a ver si acaso les pudiera ayudar. Aquí estamos para servirles.
Very good. Eddie, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you, Mike.
From the South Valley, Tulare, Eddie Mendez, Smith and Maderos Real Estate
Yes,
in the Tower District.
that's right.
Tulare's Tower District, not Fresno's Tower District.
Tulare's, yeah.
You have to, well, maybe you can expand to Fresno. Sometime,
Sometime. you
Sometime,
never
who
know.
knows?
Yeah.
All right, and we'll be back with more on Central Valley Talk.